Welcome to Going Beyond, and thank you so much for joining me on this show. My guest is an old friend. Dr. Noblin Samuel and myself worked together in NDTV for quite a few years, and it's my pleasure to have her here because she's gone from that to being a very important media person. She educates young students in the ways of the media. So Noblin, thank you so much for coming here. It's lovely to see you.
Thank you so much, Jen. I'm very happy to see you here. After long years, we worked together in NDTV. We had a wonderful experience together.
Yeah, it's lovely to see you here.
Okay.
I was just wondering, when did you shift over from being a media person, as we well know, and then to being a teacher of media students?
Actually, I finished my electronic media from Anna University campus, College of Engineering, Ginty. I was the first batch student of media studies in Anna University, which is a very popular university. And then my father was very specific that I should not enter into cinema. So he wanted me to either I have to do some informative programs or use production. So this was the issue at my home. So I was doing a lot of programs in Doordarshan also, like I was doing science programs, and I was not interested to go to cinema. Then I heard about the recruitments in NDTV, so I had the opportunity to work with you for a few years in NDTV, and those exposure to national media environment with like NDTV has given me a strong foundation, and also it continues to influence me the way I approach the media education today.
You know, it's wonderful to hear you saying that because I do think that there was a foundation that was laid there.
Yes, yeah, of
for
course.
what you're doing today. And then you went on, of course, to do your PhD in a very related subject. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, actually, even in the case of PhD, for the teaching professional, they said we have to do the PhD. So I was like, I was not interested to do PhD. As they said, it is very mandatory. So I applied for PhD. When I was about to complete my PhD, I got automatically in the area of media research. So I came to know, I understand after finishing my PhD that media today is not all about the technical aspects like from script writing to transmission or shooting or editing, VFX or animation. It's all about the communication, audience behavior, and social influence and all those stuff. And I thought that I should do, after coming from NDTV, I worked in a lot of entertainment channels also, like private channels projects. Then I thought that I should contribute in a very meaningful way. So I thought I saw a lot of students, they have passionate towards media industry, but often lack for proper guidance to the media industry. So then I got an opportunity to work as head of the department in Nazareth Arts and Science College, 𝗵𝗲. So that helped me to share my media experiences with the students and guide them properly to enter into the real world media exposure.
Right. So in the Nazareth College where you are now, within your students, you are head of the department of visual communication.
Yes.
So how many students do you have there?
As for now, we have 35 to 40 students in our visual communication department. This college is providing, the students with less fees. So that's a specialty of this college. They help a lot of poor children to get a degree.
So
it is affiliated to Madras University also.
Right. That's really nice to hear something like that. Now, when we talk about students, are you concentrating on practical or theory? Because I have found from my experience, such as it is, that theoretically teaching students to do something or speak well or appear well or carry themselves well is not necessarily the way to go. You have to have practical experience.
Of course.
So are you focusing on that at all?
Actually, in visual communication, both theory and practical is very important.
You think so?
Yeah, but because we place very much high place for practicals, because media is a field where students, they actually do things. They learn best to they have to do things. So we give a practical exposure also in the college, like as I said before, from script writing transmission, we have designing softwares, 3D modeling, animation, VFX, and slightly we are bringing AI also there. And we also have a studio where students are themselves writing script, and they are doing every week news bulletin.
Oh, nice.
So, which is titled Truly Nazareth. You can also see in our Nazareth Media official channel. Students themselves, they anchor and write the story and they collect information from various events of the Nazareth group of institution itself. And that's also we are bringing industry to our campus for visual communication students.
That's very healthy to hear this, Noblin, because it's now you're talking practical here, that's right? So do you yourself continue to actually teach as the head of the department, or do you have other professors who are teaching on your behalf?
Yeah, of course, I have to concentrate on other administrative responsibilities also. I have a wonderful faculty team to whom I discuss the curriculum designing, we organize for student projects, and we organize for seminars and workshops, and we bring media minds also to our campus for a discussion.
Do you find that students like to see other media professionals working, and do you find that they are interested in seeing that?
They are very much interested to see media professionals whenever they come to our college, and they discuss with them as if they feel like the industry has come to our campus. So they are also doing wonderful things, and they share their experiences, remarkable experiences of their media.
Right. As the head of the department, when you approach other media persons, do you find that they are quite receptive to you and that they are quite willing to come and spend a day or so, or whatever it is, with your students at your college?
Yeah, of course, they spend a lot of time. Even now we had a seminar on digital marketing where they spent around 2 to 3 hours with the students. And they are also, the media people also, they want to have some relaxation and they wanted to share with the media students, and they want to get the knowledge from students also, even the media people.
Really?
They want to get some inputs from media students also.
So we've both been in the news industry for a long time.
Okay.
What do you think, Noblin, about fake news? I mean, have you an idea about it?
Fake news, of course, is the very biggest challenge facing.
It's terrible, isn't it?
It's media today. Actually, when I studied, we have limited job opportunities. We have limited mainstreams, popular channels. But now, students, they have got a lot of job opportunities in media. Like they cannot say they're not going to be a job seekers. They are all media entrepreneurs.
Yeah, really?
Yes, that's the trending now for the media students. And when it comes to fake news, it's a biggest challenge.
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
It's really
People just
terrible.
like that, they believe, and they share information without verification. We have to implement media literacy. Even to other degree also, like a BCom or BBA, we have to implement or incorporate media literacy so that they will go for fact checking and verification, whether it is from a credible media organization. Even you can see the images and videos recently, they were taken from different events from different time, and those events will be linked to current issue, which is not at all linked to that event.
I feel terrible for the viewers sometimes, Noblin, because
exactly.
I
They are so confused, and
are they looking at it? Is it real? Is this fake?
So verification itself has become a big task for us. We don't have time.
Did this really happen?
So
are students aware of fake news? Are they
conscious? We had a presentation in our college from IQSC department. Like we have to talk about students come up with a lot of news articles, and they were comparing the news articles from each channels, from YouTube channels, from mainstream media. So we had a discussion, and we concluded that this fact is correct and this is wrong.
Right. But then finally the viewers is left confused. And not knowing what to believe and what not to believe. In terms of the studies that you are imparting to your students, do you have print and other stuff as well, or is it just television? Is it just broadcasting? How does it work in where you are teaching?
We are talking about print media also, electronic media, which is of radio and television, and we have the new media, internet, digital marketing, digital platforms, media entrepreneurship. We have television production, virtual production, which is connected to VFX and animation. So
it's quite intense. I can
broadcasting, podcast.
Really?
So we are doing programs for Spotify.
That's really wonderful. Now, when your students leave the college,
do
you actually keep track of where they are going, which colleges or which organizations are they joining?
Yeah, of course. We bring we organize for placements, if we have at the end of the semester they have to do specialization projects. So according to that we have to decide, and we will place them accordingly. If they are interested in television production, we will be placing them in a television channels, and during the internship itself they'll get contacts and they'll get placed.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to ask you personally, what do you think when you look back on the media as it was, as we know it, to what it is today? How do you view all the changes that have taken place in the industry?
In the industry,
I'm a bit confused sometimes.
You're talking about the content.
The content. I really think in media that's the
everybody
main
says
thing.
content is a king now.
Yes, that's what they say. Yes.
Yeah, see,
but it is, I suppose, isn't it?
See, when I was in college days, we can count the filmmakers, like he's a director, he's a director, he's a director. Now we cannot count the directors because we got lot of filmmakers.
Yes.
In the same way, we can count the mainstream channels. This is the channels we have, but we cannot count the digital platform channels. So, and one more thing is the trust issues there.
Yes, very much
so. That's the only thing. Whenever those days we sit at 8:30 for the news bulletin, we trust that news and we will listen, we will get something. But here it is sitting in front of, what to choose, what to believe.
That's true.
So that's the,
yes. I
though we have a lot of opportunities in this.
Right. I can recall that credibility was the buzzword as we know it.
Exactly.
I wonder if that will ever come back into the media. It kind of frightens me because it doesn't look like it's coming back. There are so few anchors or television people or radio people or newspapers, people in the media who are credible in what they say and what they do. Have you noticed that as you've gone along?
Yes, media professionals should not be like only media professionals. They should be responsible media professionals.
Yes, that's true.
Responsible media creators and responsible communicators.
Yes.
They have to place a great place on the credibility, as you said, accuracy, verification, ethical responsibility should be there.
I think ethical is, I think that's a very important word that you have used, because ethical comes from within you. I don't think ethical can be taught to a student to say you have to be ethical. What about artificial intelligence? Have you touched on that at all?
AI. We are trying to bring up this AI in media in upcoming syllabus and curriculum, and I will say that AI is a supporting tool. So of course, it is helping a lot for our content creation and editing, new ideas and everything. And faster, we can do very fastly, we can do the informations and everything very fastly. And one more thing, it can be a supporting tool, but
it can be good and bad.
But it cannot have human values like ethics, again ethics.
That's right.
Verification, credibility or empathy.
Yes.
Machines cannot do that, cannot provide that. Machine is always a machine. It cannot replace our critical thinking.
Right. That's very interesting. Now, when you're teaching your students, are these all things that you're teaching them? Do you find that they have inquisitive minds?
Actually, I teach students to have a very social responsible media professionals, because our college, they are incorporating sustainable development goals. You must be knowing about that, where they incorporate gender equality, education, green environment, no poverty. So it's like,
but do you teach all of these things to your students?
Yes, we incorporate these goals as sustainable development goals in all our projects, student projects. So they have to do projects by bringing all these goals. So they'll become a responsible citizen, and they'll bring change in the society, in the campus.
But tell me something, when they actually leave college, do you find that most of them go into the media area, or are there a lot of people, we've seen from our experience that there are plenty of people who actually study media and then don't want to be a part of it, because there is no doubt that being in the media is a tough, responsible job.
But 80% of the students, they get placed in media only, but some students, they go for higher studies, and from the higher studies, I think their career may change. Right. Accordingly.
Do you believe that you will continue to actually teach for the rest of your time as
of
in
course,
your
I think till my
last
breath. Yeah, I want to be in teaching only.
What about writing a book about your experiences? Have you tried that?
I have contributed my research articles for some of authors' books. Yeah.
Right. How much time do you actually spend with your students? Do you ever go into the studio with them? Do you ever go into a podcast with them? Do you ever act as their guest like you are with me today. Do you find that? Have you tried that?
Yeah, I'm not as a guest, but I teach them. I just bring industry exposure into the studio, but not as a guest like that. But we are trying to do a lot of programs. Like as I said, news bulletin, and we are trying to bring media minds to our studio.
Okay.
So we give that kind of exposure to
Right.
the students.
So when you bring in outside people,
Okay.
just to do maybe a workshop or whatever, I don't know what it is you're doing.
Okay.
Do you actually put them into the studio and let your students watch them?
Half of the time we'll make the media person or technical people to teach them, and after that students themselves, they will discover their own voice.
Right.
Yeah.
I was in Bhutan recently.
Okay.
And I was doing an interview with somebody.
Okay.
And we had 60 students from that college who were actually in that studio
Okay.
watching that interview being conducted. And a lot of them came up afterwards and said that they found that extremely useful to see the, the body language or the language itself or the camaraderie between the guest and the anchor. And I thought that was a really nice thing that they
Exposure
did.
for them.
Yes. In fact, next question to you is, are you teaching your students camera work at all?
Yeah, we do multi-camera setup.
Really? And the students are working
Yeah,
the cameras?
and we take them for industry visit also. Recently we went for one private television. They learnt, they allowed us to operate the camera also, and they know how to make arrangements for multi-camera setup for any discussion program or a 2-point interview like this.
Okay.
So we also bring that into studio, and we are doing that, and also we take them for industry visit also to
Oh,
have
that's-
real world
That's
media
really
exposure.
interesting, because then they can see how professionals,
professionals.
actually work.
Yeah.
Do they like
we
that?
Yeah, we take them for printing also, electronic media, and podcast we have.
You have
as a new media.
Yeah, you have a very varied syllabus. Have you actually put this syllabus together, or how does it work?
Yeah, we have a lot of board members for that from Madras University, and we also contribute our suggestions. So everybody work together, and it has come out as a syllabus in
Right.
Madras University
Right.
or any
now,
affiliations.
does your Nazareth College, where you are,
Okay.
do they encourage you to lead in terms of what you're teaching your students? Do you have that freedom?
Of course, they have given me enormous freedom. So whatever I wish to do for the students, for organizing seminars or workshops, or creating videos, digital content. So I have given they have given me all freedom to encourage students to come up with a good media exposure.
Right. Do you think that you would ever go back into being in mainstream media from your own personal point of view?
Okay.
Would you like to do that even?
Again?
Noblin someday?
No, Jen, I want to be in teaching only.
Really?
Yes, of course.
So much?
Yeah,
So much?
but I get, being in the classroom with students keep me connected with the students and their ideas. And you know very well, media is constantly evolving.
Totally.
Because of the rise of digital platforms. So
Yes.
interacting with students helps me to update the recent media trends and new media perspectives. So I
Right.
want to be, I'm also getting updated with the students itself sometimes.
Really, you are learning from them.
Yeah, we should have a mindset,
Yes,
Jennifer. No,
you
we
have
have to
to.
learn from students
That
also.
is right.
The perspective towards media is also learning perspective. They themselves learn from the social media or YouTube channels.
And Noblin, from our own NDTV days, I remember you were very much a team player.
Yeah.
In the office.
Yeah,
and the
I
way
was
we
called
all,
as little girl in the.
Yeah, the way we all used to work together.
Together,
Do you find that is helping you these days?
Yeah, of course, Jen. Of
Really?
course, yeah. That exposure is really giving me a strong foundation.
Okay. Do you encourage your students to come out with their own ideas to you, like we would do in the office days?
I always listen to them. Whenever we do videos, they'll call and tell me, "Ma'am, we have to change this, or you have to change the voice, or if somebody's voice is not good, they'll tell me, no, ma'am, I will not do this editing." So I'm giving the freedom for them also, like professional editors or dubbing or whatever it is. Like they'll behave like typical directors to me.
Really?
So we have to change this content, ma'am. No, this is good, this is fine. I said, okay. Go
That's
ahead.
very healthy,
So
but
that's the
really-
attitude I have with my students. I'll
That's-
not restrict them. I'll open to their creativity and everything.
Right. So they also learn, I gather from that, to do camera work, to edit, to
Okay.
do voicing, to do scripting, to do lots of other things. So that means they are actually adding to the prospectus or the the details that you have planned for them, that means they are adding on to what you have in your mind. Is that
no,
right?
yeah, of course, I'll tell my suggestions sometimes, when it comes to social media, we have to be very careful
Yes.
with some content.
Yes.
With the content only, I'll be discussing with the students. Other technical parts, they are doing it very nicely.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really very,
Yeah,
very
they should not
healthy.
offend anybody or something like that.
Do you think that sometimes the media is going down the tubes, Noblin? Do you sometimes feel that it's just going from almost, I wouldn't say bad to worse, but I would say that it's kind of scathing sometimes, and
Scaring, like
I mean,
what?
it's scary, it's scathing, because I mean, let's face it, we have so many people who are on the screen these days. All they do is shout, all they do is scream, all they do is insult their guests.
You're talking about the entertainment.
Or whether it's news or entertainment. Do you find that in your students the preference is for hardcore, say, documentaries or news or entertainment, or which is the thing that you have found that your students like the best?
They like going for entertainment programs.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, only few are they
So-
wanted to be in informative, like what my teachers taught
Yes.
me. But I make emphasis on going for informative and news production, and which will be everlasting, but in a responsible way.
Of course, the social media can be beautiful and can be terrible as well. As we well know that.
Yeah.
Are students conscious of that? Do they know the impact? Now, your PhD was about the impact,
Impact.
and I want to talk to you about that. What were your findings when you were doing your
So
research?
I was doing with television, actually, the manipulation, but overall it was a manipulation of the media creators. Like we had the emotional attachment, how they make audience to sit in a show for a long time without thinking about their family members. And most of the women, they teach lessons to the children, and they'll be simultaneously watching some entertainment
That's
shows.
awful.
Yeah, so that was my actually PhD thing. So I was giving awareness for the audience not to get stressed without they are into those programs without consciousness, like they are addicted. So that's the awareness I got into my PhD
Right.
research.
Unfortunately, of course, entertainment is such a big puller, isn't it?
Yeah.
What about sports stories and sports activities? Do you also touch on those, or
Sports,
not much?
because I am not interested towards sports, but I ask them, students, if they are interested
Yeah,
towards
right.
sports programs. But whenever we talk about the multi-camera setup, so we bring all those events when we teach sports or many political events. So in that way, we will come to know which student is interested in sports activities, sports events, sports programs they wanted to contribute.
Right.
Yeah.
So the next question would be that the people who are actually teaching under you in your department,
Okay.
have you drawn your teachers from the existing industry itself, or are they, sort of, have they all, say for instance in camera work,
Okay.
have you got a teacher who's familiar with the camera, who's done it, or somebody who's actually been a reporter, or somebody who's actually been an anchor? Do you
Yeah.
find that that's what
Yeah.
you're doing,
For
when you're choosing your own stuff?
Yeah, for some subjects we will take freshers also, who
Really?
update PG, but they are strong in softwares. They are good in VFX and animation. And some teachers for videography and photography we take as a part-time.
Oh,
They'll be
that's-
from industry.
Okay.
So like that we make arrangements for the staffs for Viscom.
Do you ever have competitions among the students themselves? I mean, do you grade them sometimes 1, 2, 3, or what? Do you try to do that, or
I'll
I mean,
say-
amongst themselves, say the best documentary or the best show or the best?
Yeah,
do
I'll
you do
just
that?
create healthy competition. Whenever they come up with the short films or documentaries, and it's an amazing moment and joyful moment to see their confidence growth.
Very-
Yeah,
oh,
so
I'm
teaching is not just to to complete the portions or rushing to complete the lessons and the syllabus. It's all about inspiring creativity and helping them to discover their own voice.
Right. So when you talk about entertainment, that your students like entertainment, they like doing that kind of thing. Are they sort of liking what? Music, dance, film? What is the specific area under entertainment that they like?
Films.
Oh,
films.
really?
Films.
Meaning what?
Absolutely.
But then are they trying to make a little film, Or are they watching a film? Are they being critical of a film? Or how does that work?
They love to watch the film and they wanted to make a film also.
Really?
Really, yeah. They are very much fond of doing films only.
I think just
only
young.
few students are interested in shows, television shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And very more few students are interested in reporting and news production.
So do you, now on the other side of the fence,
Okay.
do you have a television company
Okay.
that comes to you and says, well, can your students produce XYZ, or would they like to participate
That they
in this?
wanted to participate. They want to have that exposure.
They like that?
But they want to do shows which comes in social media. Now, if I tell them do a quiz show, they will not do. They will not be interested to do a quiz show.
But if it's going on the air, they still are not interested?
Yeah, but they are specific about choosing the programs. They want to do programs what comes in the social media.
Because they find that that's got
That's
more
the
viewership.
more viewership.
Oh, that's extremely interesting.
They want to become as a media entrepreneurs in the new media.
Really, that's
But
very
if they are
interesting.
forced to do it, if they have to do the discussion program or whatever it is, they are contributing that also. But personally, they want to do the shows which is,
Is that about making money?
of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's probably that's probably
That
where it's
maybe,
coming
yeah.
from, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see that people who become media tycoons become media
But I
tycoons.
tell them, whatever, you can do a lot of shows in YouTube channels or whatever it is, but that should be a very responsible.
That's the most important
That's
thing,
the most
right?
important thing.
Yeah,
That will be everlasting. I told them that you have to be very genuine in doing things, in creating.
Right. Yeah. Noblin, it's been such a pleasure to talk to you because I'm very excited and to see your growth pattern. I really think it's quite wonderful.
Thank
I
you,
want to
Jen. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and also thank Good News Television for giving me this opportunity to share
I've been so happy to talk with you today.
Thank you, Jen.
And I can wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.
good
And we
luck.
want you to come to our studio
If I
for
can
the
find
Media
it.
Minds
One of these days,
studio.
I will make it. I will make it. Thank you
Sure,
so
Jen.
much.
Thank you so much.
Well, it was our pleasure to have Noblin here. And it was great to talk to her because we could touch on so much that we are familiar with, both of us, having worked together. We enjoyed our time together. And so until the next time, thank you very much out there for watching our program. And I do hope that you will continue to watch Going Beyond. Bye for now.